Motorcycles Vancouver.
Good morning. Motorcycles Vancouver here, and I'm here to talk to you today about winter riding, specifically morning winter riding. So how are all the how's the good guy army doing? You guys all do something nice for someone today? I hope you did. If you haven't, day's not over, my friend. Just have to be a random act of kindness. You can seek them out like heat seeker missiles. You know, wait for that pregnant woman in the parking lot at the grocery store. Just help her with her bags. You know. You can seek those things out and make them happen really quick if you like to. Cold winter riding. One of the things you got to remember when it's below zero is that any water on the surface of the road is going to be turning to ice. So right now it's -1 in Vancouver, BC. We are currently riding to work. We're helping with a movie production company. So we're going to do some stuff for them. Set design stuff, help them clean it all up and get it all ready for the next show. It's Jason's company, Parallel. They're a rental agency. They're a pretty cool group of guys. What's really cool about Parallel, so just up with some work for the next couple of days. Good Guy Bike will be over there doing some Good Guy movie set stuff. The cold winter riding, any water on the surface of the road, that water is going to turn into ice. And with, I don't know if you know much about ice and rubber, but it likes to slide. So what we want to do is make sure that you are paying real good attention, especially with the black ice. The black ice is what will get you on the highways and things. Anytime you got a clearing, like a field, for example, like a school playground, large open area, the snow will snowdrift across the road. It'll turn to sheet ice on the road, and that sheet ice will do some damage. You know? It's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. You want to be careful. You also want to dress warm. Frostbite and hypothermia are definitely a thing that can happen on a motorcycle. You could definitely ride until you had no feeling left in your hands, for example, and then you're going to be in trouble. You lost auto control, brake control. So there's a lot of different reasons why it's important. You got to stay warm. So for me, I've got the Bark Busters, because this is my off-road bike, and I've got the heated grips on there as well, so that the ride in this kind of year isn't nearly as bad. You also want to dress warm, dress in layers. What happens when you're doing long motorcycle rides is you'll start to overdress, and you'll start to sweat, and that sweat will actually start to freeze while you're riding, and you can end up really getting cold that way as well. So you want to make sure that you avoid that too. So by dressing in lots of layers, you can pull over, take a layer off, get warm, take the bottom layer off, get the wet off here, keep all the top layers on. Lots of different ways to do it. But layering is a good thing. So I got my long johns and my jeans, my long johns on underneath my jeans. Keep me nice and toasty. This fucking guy. You also want to make sure that you don't stay on the road for too long. Your body is less capable of functioning, let's say, optimally at its best for long periods of time in the cold. Your reaction time slows, the blood circulation slows, the adrenaline, all that stuff doesn't get out as fast as it needs to in dangerous situations. Take it easy, don't push it. One of the biggest threats this time of year for all fall and winter riders is the leaves. The leaves, guys, the leaves. The leaves are deadly. These things will kill you. Someone I know just dropped a bike because of the wet leaves again in their alley. So, you know, that's part of it. What happens is the leaves stay wet underneath themselves, and they stay wet at different layers, and so they slide on themselves. And so you'll have some of the leaves frozen, some of them wet, and it basically just turns to an ice rink. So you want to avoid the wet leaves as well. Lastly, driver's point of view and perspective. Fucking hardcore biker! I'm hardcore! That guy thinks he's in that Messenger movie. Oh, that's hilarious. Also, there's going to be ice and snow and often debris on other people's vehicles. So, they can see less as well. It's just like in the rain. They have less availability in general. Cars, the windows start to fog up in the cold. And so for all sorts of different reasons, people will see you less. So you want to make sure that you be aware of that and stay safe. Just give yourself a little more time. Expect that they don't see you a little more seriously. And enjoy your ride. You know, it's beautiful. We've got the sun. It's going to be a beautiful day. If you look around here, look at BC. We're we're cruising. We're gonna go get some work in. We're gonna come home, do some more work, get paid for it all, and then we're gonna cruise around looking at this beautiful landscape. Beautiful landscape. So, I'm blessed to ride here all year regardless of temperature. And this is about as bad as it gets a lot of times in Vancouver. Very rarely do we end up with really thick, heavy snow. Very rarely. Almost never. Oh, those sweet heated grips. Woohoo! So this morning we had a problem. I had two problems. Someone stole the BMW sticker off one of or the BMW emblem off my motorcycle, which is a little upsetting. I'll have to get a new one of those. But the other thing is my lock was actually frozen. And at first I was a little worried something was up. But we did the old hot water in the ignition trick, and that did the job. So we threw a cup of hot water down into the keyhole. And that took care of that problem for me, lickety-split. So, hot tip for all you guys watching this video. See these round things on the ground? Sometimes they're rectangles. Those are the sensors for the roads.
Motorcycles Vancouver.